Hello friends, so welcome to the third part of this third part of this series. In last two part we saw in first part we deployed application on the single EC2 server. Then in the second part, the same application we added the load balancer uh, in between Cloud 53 and the web server. Now the third part, which is the related to the database. Now we are using the MySQL database, which is hosted on the same EC2 server, means on this EC2 server. Now we want to migrate that database to the RDS service. So this video which is related to the database part only. So if you have not seen this last part 1 and part 2, I suggest you to go through the both parts, part 1 and part 2, because if you are not going to watch the existing part, you will not able to understand this third part of this series. So I have mentioned added the description, means video link of the part 1 and part 2 in the description. So let's start this video. Let me just show you first our application working fine, but what are these advantages of migrating our database from the EC2 to the RDS. So RDS is a managed service. So in case if you want to scale your application in the future, so with the help of RDS we can easily scale. RDS comes with a highly available service, and also RDS provides the storage scaling also option also, and we have a more secure option in the RDS if you compare with the EC2. So these are the benefits of migrating our application to the managed relational database service of the AWS, which is RDS. So let me show you how. Now we have systemctl. Let me show you this MySQL status. So this is the MySQL service. So MySQL service is running on the our EC2 server. If I stop the service, let me just stop using the sudo. So if I refresh the web page, so it will give an error because I have stopped the survey. If I start it again, it will work again. Yeah. So I'm just wanna show you that our database is hosted on the EC2 server only. So we'll go to the RDS. We will create the RDS database for the MySQL. So search for the RDS and click on the RDS option. Click on the database. I don't have any database in the Mumbai region, so just click on the create database. Use the standard create option. So I will go through all the options. Then engine option, choose the MySQL because our application is using the MySQL database. Then MySQL community, we don't need any multi-ag because this is our dev environment, means we are just doing this for testing purpose. So choose the free tier option. So you will not cost any AWS will not charge any money for creating this database. So choose free tier. Then deployment option, also we have multi-ag, single ag. So we have chosen the free tier, so it automatically picks up the single DB instance. Then the database, give the RDS instance name, which is the Laravel MySQL server. Scroll down, master username, keep it as an admin. Then the password, you can change it to your own password. So I have given the password as a Laravel @123. I think @ is not supported at the RDS. So just enter the Laravel 123. Okay. So these two things are be done. Adding the password. Then we have to choose the instance type. So you can choose the DB-T3 micro or DB-T4G micro, where both are only 3-tier supported. So I'll go with the DB-T3 micro. The storage, you can choose the like a GP2 20 GB is okay, because RDS not allow lesser than 20, so 20 is okay. And disable the storage auto scaling, because we are it's just for the testing purpose, so you can disable the storage auto scaling. Don't connect to the EC2, that's correct. Then make sure that you select the our new VPC, which is the Laravel project VPC we created in the last video, which Laravel project VPC. Then choose the option create new DB subnet group. It will just pick the subnets from our VPC and will create it will create a new subnet group. Public access, always make sure this option is selected to the no. Means no one outside our like a VPC is able to connect to this VPC. So choose no. And if you are like let me, so in the security group you can click on the create new security group and name it as like Laravel MySQL and the G AG. You can select any one of these. RDS proxy is not needed, as we are like doing it for the testing purpose. So RDS proxy handles like many connection. It is recommended for the production use only. Certificate authority keep default in the additional configuration. Database port 3306 is correct. Database authentication, password authentication, that is also correct. We don't need any kind of monitoring and all these things. You can disable backups also, and you can keep encryption on. Don't enable any kind of logs on the database, and you can also disable this minor version or upgrade also. Click on the create database. This is my database password. Just click on the close option. So it will take like a few minutes to start this RDS. Till now, I'll pause this video. Now you can see our database is in the available state. So let me just verify that this database have connectivity with our EC2 server. So copy this endpoint of this database and go to your EC2 server. Clear it and just do execute the telnet command, telnet, then database endpoint, and then 3306. So you can see my EC2 server is not able to connect to that database. So we wanna just make sure that EC2 server is able to connect to the database. So for that we need to edit the MySQL database security group. Go to the MySQL, in the connection and security option you will find the VPC security group. Opening the new tab, select the security group, click on the inbound, click on the edit inbounds rules, click on the add rules, choose the MySQL and Aurora, and then in the custom field don't allow it to the any for, because it is not recommended. If you have database, then the means only authorized servers are able to access to the database. So go to the EC2 server, go to the security section, copy the security group ID of the EC2 and add it over here. So this is the Laravel web server security group. So the only the servers which is attached to this security group is able to access to the database. Click on the save rules. Refresh it. Now again go to the EC2 instance and again execute the above command and click on the enter. So we are able to connect. Let me just again show you. Yeah, previously it connected. Previously we are not getting that connected green option. Now we are getting connected also. So That's it. We are able to connect to the database. Now we need to import means we need to import that SQL file into the RDS. So go to the your code directory var www, then Laravel web server, click on the enter, then click on ll, then go to the SQL file folder, click on the ll. So now we want to import this file into the RDS database. So for that you have to execute this command with the cat, then ecommerce.sql, then give the pipe, then do the mysql hyphen h means host name. So go to the RDS, copy the endpoint of your RDS host name, then again place give space, then hyphen u is the admin, and then hyphen p. But this will not work because we first need to create the database and then we can import. I think we import. So first log into your RDS and create database. Click on the enter and then enter the password. So what I'm getting error is, let me just, yeah, I think I entered the wrong password because of that. Go to the show database. So it has like by default MySQL database. Now go to the code repository. Will you name it the same database that we have recently created previously, which is Laravel e-commerce. Copy this name and then in database and enter the name of your, and then enter. So we have created the database. Now we can execute the cat command to import the database. So do the cat, then e-commerce, then give the pipe, then MySQL hyphen h your endpoint name, then hyphen u is the admin, hyphen p for the password, space, and give your database name, which is Laravel e-commerce, and go to the end and click on the enter the password on the enter. So then now import is done. Again you guys, you can log in and verify that import is done or not success. Let me just clear the screen and again log into the database. What I'm doing wrong? Okay, so do the show database, then use that database, which is Laravel e-commerce that we recently created and imported. Then do the show tables. So you can see here all tables are imported successfully. That tables are present in that .sql file. So do the control D, again go back. Now we have successfully imported the MySQL database. We did the connectivity between the my web server and the database server. Now we need to point that application to use the MySQL RDS server. So open the env file, in the db host change the from the localhost to the RDS endpoint, which is this. Paste it, then second port is correct, database name is also correct, and the username is, give the admin, and password is Laravel 123, not at the time because it is not supported by RDS. On the save. Now if you want to restart the PHP 8.fpm service and also restart the Apache 2 service also. Now go to the refresh the web page. Yes, it's working well and it is pointing to our RDS. Let me just stop the MySQL service which is present on my server. Sudo systemctl status. First I will see the status MySQL. I'm going to stop this service. Okay, so again I refresh the web page. Yes, it's still working. Why? Because our database is now pointed to that RDS. Yeah, you can see that in cognito also that my website is working fine, because now our database is pointed to this MySQL database server, not that the MySQL service present on the EC2 server, because it is in stopped data state till its application working. So that means our application is pointed to the RDS server. So that's all in this video, how you can utilize the database service to migrate your application from the Migrate database server from EC2 to the RDS. So that's all in this today's video. Means in the last 3 videos we did like in a complete 3-tier architecture, where we have web application server, database server. Also we had using this advanced service like load balancer to manage load on our application. So that's all about this part 3. In the next part we will see how can we secure this entire architecture using the web application firewall, like the security group. We will verify all the security group configuration. So that's the next part of this video, and thank you for watching this video. If you got some helpful information through this video, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.